Now for your teams, starters and coaches for the Centerville Elks. Head coach is Adam Draper. Assistant coaches, Dana Bosselman, Mandy Myers, and Amanda Draper. Tonight's starters, number 0, 5'10" senior, Ashley Ballard. Number 3, 5'7" senior, Amy Velasco. Number 5, 5'5" senior, Kenzie Smith. Number 15, 5'8" junior, Megan Taylor. And number 24, 5'9" sophomore, Kendall George. Good luck, ladies.
All right, welcome back here to Centerville High School for tonight's MVCC Varsity Game of the Week. It's the 16-2 Centerville Elks hosting the 14-6 Springboro Panthers. Jared Bergstrom and Lucas Smith bringing tonight's call. These two teams met the third day of this year earlier, with Springboro winning 58-53. Both of these teams and Wayne shared a clinch of the G-Walk regular season title. So this one's for bragging rights and for Centerville a revenge game. Definitely going to have to watch out for Peyton Nation for Springboro and Amy Velasco for the Elks, as both Springboro and Centerville are missing key players. Centerville's Cody McMahon is not starting and not dressed for this game, and Springboro's Jordan Hobbs is not starting for this game.
Springboro is going to start off with a possession here. They're winning the tip. Doing a good job of passing the ball around the perimeter, looking for an open shot and forming a play. Ball's controlled right now by Falalabill.
You're going to see Rhines dribbles in, and she
travel.
Oh, that was pole label with the travel there.
It almost looked like she stepped out of bounds, but travel there.
Either one results in the turnover. I thought she did step out too. Velasco kicks it over to Smith. Definitely going to have to watch out for Smith and George, as they are the three-point shooters for this Elks team. Kicks it back up. Velasco's going to launch a three. Hits the back of the iron. And an offensive rebound for Ashley Ballard, but can't get the bucket to fall.
Now Crozier is going to bring the ball up. He's going to drive, kick out.
To Pole Label. Pole Label had it poked away, and it's going to be an over and back. Springboro back-to-back turnovers on back-to-back possessions.
Almost looked like the ball was tipped. I don't know.
You hear Tom Benjamin barking orders at his team, the number 12 team ranked in the state of Ohio, playing in the number 7 team ranked, as that three is way off by Ballard. Or actually, that was Smith. Kicks it out to George, now to Ballard. It's Benjamin, give him a whistle, and he's already got 4 fouls called against Centerville, as he's barking in the ref's ear. Velasco takes the screen from Smith, kicks it over to George in the corner. Shot is up and good. Now you're going to see Nation dribble it out. Jordan Hobbs has not played for Springboro since the loss to Wayne 6 games ago. But Springboro went on and defeated Lakota West, as Crozier goes up, and it is blocked.
That looked like all ball right there.
And they're going to call, I think they actually called a foul.
That's a questionable foul right there, as that ball looked like that was a clean block.
Yes, that was.
But
I figured he called jump ball at first. Crozier at the line. But this Springboro team beat Lakota West with Chance Gray, who's an Ohio State commit.
Crozier is going to make her first free throw. See if she can connect on both.
Crozier makes the second. Crozier comes in shooting 77% from the free throw line, so decent shooting average for Ohio for girls. Velasco can't get the floater to fall. Kick out to George. George squares herself, launches the three, and doesn't get that one to fall either. Centerville 0 for 3 from behind the arc so far in this game. Centerville comes in as a team shooting 36% from behind the arc per game. You see Downing has it, kicks it out to Nation, up off the glass. Nation gets it to fall.
That's a good aggressive take right there, and she connects.
She's going to be the one that's going to be the leading scorer probably. Crozier goes away with the steal. Crozier at the other end gets it to fall.
It's a nice hesitation there to bite, and got Centerville to bite there.
Got two defenders up in the air. Crozier just steps back and lets them get out of her way. Not very often you see the numbers match up on blocking assignments as both 24s were up against each other. George down low to Ballard. Or no, that was Taylor. Ball poked away, but corralled by the Elks. And a travel called on Velasco. And Centerville's turned it over the last two possessions. And see late subs coming to the scores table. Number 14, Molly Scott, and number 21, Anna Grimm, check in for Kenzie Smith, and that looked like maybe Ballard checking out. Give to Ryan Wells, kicks it over Crozier. She's gonna drive and dribbles back out. It's gonna stay with Springboro though. After a few first few possessions, Springboro turnovers, lob down low to Nation.
That's just a bad pass there. She's guarded by two people. Can't really fit the ball in.
Centerville knows that 90% of the offenses, Peyton Nation's going to touch the ball each offensive trip, but you got to look that off and at least pass it to the easier inbound pass. And an illegal screen down low. And here we go for the first time in 6 games. Jordan Hobbs is going to check into the game for the Springboro Panthers. You see Panther fans applauding. Hasn't seen the court in 6 games. Brines kicks it over to Downing. Back down low to Nation. Nation up off the glass is no good. Offensive rebound by Crozier, and she throws it away. And it's going to be an over and back again for the Panthers. That was a heck of a save by Nation down low, but just way too much power throwing it out. Baseline drive by Taylor. Ball stolen away by Hobbs. And Hobbs turns it right back over. Kick to the corner.
Pretty sloppy game so far.
A lot of turnovers so far.
Velasco thought about the 3. Scanning the court, looking for a teammate. Finds one in the corner.
It's going to stay with Centerville as Downing went for the steal.
Velasco pulling up. And she's going to sink it. No hesitation at all. She says, you know what? I'm going to pull this right in your face and splash it.
No Mike Green 3 call there? Are we going to be treated to that later? Rhines can't get the jumper to fall. George rebound. Velasco pushing it up court in transition. Kicks over in the corner. Smith 3 is up and no good. That was actually Taylor. Nation pushing it up court, gives it to Hobbs. Hobbs pulls up, can't get it off the bank shot. Cross court to George. She's going to square up and launch a 3.
Bang! There you go, Jared.
Mike Green would be happy. Centerville takes the 2-point lead with that one. Nation behind the back pass. Drive in, and they're going to call for the charge.
Way to go for Velasco to take charge as a hard hit. This Nation is coming in hot. And now that momentum is swaying towards Centerville's way. Because the seniors have really been stepping up. George pulling up again.
Deep three.
Almost.
That one rimmed out.
I was ready for it again.
Crozier drive down low. And that one, they're going to go to the line for 2.
I don't know. That could have gone either way. I mean, we're a little farther away. Kind of looked like a block, but
that's going to send.
Either way.
Gina Gildea at the line shooting 2. Makes the front. Crozier's going to go to the bench, and you're going to see Wells check back into the game for Springboro. Gildea makes both. And that ties the game up at 8.
Velasco is going to bring the ball up here for the Elks.
Guarded by Wells. Kick over. Taylor thought about the 3. Kicks it back out. 3 up on the other way is
no good.
No good by Grimm.
Rebounded by Hobbs. Hobbs looking up court. Decides just to take it herself.
She's going to pass it out to Nation.
Nation's going to kick out.
Wells drives into the paint. Hook shot is up and no good. Offensive rebound by Downing. Puts it on the court. Kicks it out. Nation launches a 3.
No good. Way off there. Maybe she just got a little excited there from being a little too wide open.
I would have shot it, but I know I'm not going to make it.
I don't know. We've all been there and you're a little too up, and especially on layups.
That's why I'm announcing the game and not playing. 3 in the corner by Grimm is up and no good.
Rebounded by Wells.
Wells pushes it up court to Hobbs. Hobbs slipped, kicks it out. Nation. Wells now guarded by Velasco. Going to dribble around, kicks it back out to Hobbs. 52 seconds left in the quarter.
Hobbs is going to drive.
Hobbs, and that one's going to be, they're going to call her in the act of shooting, and that looked like it was all ball.
That should have been called a jump ball right there.
I thought so too.
Both hands were on the ball there. Wow, I'm surprised.
Foul on there, number 33, Quinn Watercutter.
Hobbs connects on the first to give the Panthers a 1-point lead. And I'm still surprised about that call.
I am too. Here see George go out for Centerville, and Nation goes out for Springboro. This will give them a few extra seconds on the bench for a quick breather. 47 seconds left. Hobbs, first bucket in 6 games.
Velasco's going to bring the ball up, scanning the court.
Velasco almost double team.
Velasco's going to pull from 3.
A 3.
No good. Offensive rebound.
Velasco wide open.
They're going to call
jump ball.
Now they're going to call a jump ball.
Centerville. But Centerville 2 for 10 from behind the arc in this quarter. Something that the Elks thrive on is 3-point shooting. And baseline turnover. Actually a foul on Jordan Hobbs.
Velasco's going to pass the ball in up to the top.
Grimm down low.
It's going to stay with Centerville. Springboro's coach. He loves to make his point.
Springboro's coach.
I'd love to hear him mic'd up in one of the games, but high school sports, I don't think we get that privilege.
We've mic'd up referees before for football games, so I don't see a problem with it. That one's going to stay with Springboro, maybe next year after COVID dies down a little bit.
If it dies down. Ball's going to be inbounded. Hobbs is going to bring the ball up with 12 seconds left. I bet Hobbs is going to be able to take the shot here. She's going to drive. She's going to kick out.
Kick out to Wells. 3 is up.
Oh,
can't get it to fall. Velasco won't get the shot off, but I think Hobbs would have blocked that one. But the end of the first quarter here in our MVCC Varsity Game of the Week. The Springboro Panthers are leading 10-8 over the Centerville Elks.
You can access MVCC from your Roku. Looking at the home page, select the Add Channels option. This will take you to the Roku channel store where you can find the Search Channel option on the left side of the screen. Enter in the word Screenweave and the Cablecast icon will pop up. This is a free channel, and it is where you will find different PEG access programming, including MVCCs. Once you add the channel, you can find it on your home screen with all of your other favorites. Inside Screenweave, you will find the Miami Valley Communications Council, among other access channels. Browse through pre-recorded council meetings or check out what is happening in any of our 4 MVCC channel streams.
It'll be Springboro's ball here to start the second quarter. Springboro with a 2-point lead, 10-8, over the 7th ranked team in the state, Centerville Elks. Now you're going to see a different lineup out here for the Panthers. You're going to have Nation and Hobbs both off the court.
That's going to be Rhines with the ball right now. Kicking out the Wells.
Crozier. Back out to Wells. Pole label. Now Rhines kicks it back out. Ballard pokes it away. It's going to ricochet. It's going to stay with Springboro. But I thought I heard the ref say off a blue knee, and he still gave it back to Springboro. But it's going to stay with the Panthers. As you see, Nation's going to come to the scorer's table at the next dead ball. She'll be back in.
Polable with the ball. Kick to Wells. Wells is going to drive.
Ball poked away. Saved by Polable.
Good defense there by 5, and they're going to give her a.
They're going to call Polable for the offensive push. And you're going to see Nation come back in for Gildea.
I was about to bring it up how she was a little bit pushing off with her arm there, but
it was. I saw a lot of contact both ways, but I mean, you got to, with an intense matchup like this, you got to call it like it's the Pro Bowl for the NFL. There ain't no fouls in that. Up off the glass, and that ties the game.
I think you meant the NBA All-Star game.
No, that too. There's no defense in that.
Now Faux Label's going to drive. And actually going to travel as her foot slid. That's back-to-back turnovers now, both by Faux Label. And Centerville, the tie ball game here. Velasco's going to bring the ball up court here.
You know, in all the professional all-star games, there's only 2 that actually count for anything. Velasco shoots a 3, it's no good. And that's MLB and hockey. The winning conference gets home field advantage in the championship game.
True. Nations looking for the foul.
I don't know if that buzzer going off might have confused me for a second. I had to look up the clock like there's no way.
Ball up for 3, no good.
And the three-pointing woes continue for the Elks. 2 for 14.
Nation's got to bring the ball up for the Panthers. Kick out to Foley. Foleyable for 3. Her three-pointer, no good. Rebounded.
Crozier comes in and steals it away.
Bodies are hitting the floor right now.
Wells picks it up. Cross court to Polable.
Nation's squaring up at the top of the key.
Nice move, and Nation gonna go to the line.
Oh, wow, I thought that was gonna drop for her. That was a good take.
And she's gonna go to the line for 2, though.
Almost converted there on the N1.
Shooting for the Panthers is number 14, Nation.
Nation's shooting 63% at the free throw line.
And that's Velasco's second foul.
Getting in foul trouble here early. I'd hate to see Centerville play without McMahon and Velasco.
Nations connect on the first free throw. And she connects on the second to give the Panthers a 2-point lead with about 5:45 less
Nation has 4 points in the game. Velasco calling for the screen, takes it, pulls
Velasco.
up from 3.
I'm ready to call it for you,
I'm
Jared.
ready for one too. You got one in, I want to get one in. Crozier kicks it over to Polabel. Polabel has
Good
it
steal there by
poked away.
Smith. Smith's gonna get an easy layup and blows it.
Timeout, Springboro.
Springboro's going to call a timeout, a full timeout, leading 12-2.
Those layups, I told you, just like, I mean, you have wide open and you get like, you just got your body, I don't know, it's just like a mind game.
Yeah, that's
You overthink it.
Prefer is definitely going to talk about that one, not if now during this timeout, but definitely at halftime he's going to address that missed layup. I mean, you don't miss shots like that being the number 7 team ranked in the state.
I mean, those shots can either make or break a game.
Service master by England. The Bear Financial Group. Courses for Solid One and Steam. 9 Round Fitness. Walker Auto Group. Walnut Creek Senior Living Center. Watkins Clean Air. And Wright State University. We appreciate your support. Girls basketball plays Stebbins at Butler High School at noon on Saturday, February 13th in the first round of the OHSA tournament. The Lady Elks are the number 2 seed. All tickets must be purchased online, but the code will be given to families the week of the game. The boys' tournament draw is this weekend.
All right, out of the Springboro timeout, it'll be Panthers ball leading by 2, 12-2, 5:16 left in this first half. And this is kind of what we expected coming into this game, a back and forth slugfest between the both.
Nations with another great drive, just can't finish.
Just not able to finish at the rim.
And it's gonna stay with the blue.
But if Centerville could have hit half of the threes that they've missed so far, this is Centerville lead by a lot. Inbound goes to Nation. Kicks it out Crozier. Crozier's going to cross over and kicks it back out to Nation. Over to Wells. Now over to Rhines.
Crozier kick out to Faux Label in the corner. Play label to Rhines. Rhines back to Crozier. Crozier
Crozier's
for
going to launch a 3. Can't get it to fall. I know one of us is going to get another one in, I hope.
Smith for 3.
I thought you were going to take Centerville's calls.
I thought you. You said you wanted next. All right.
All right, we'll just keep it. You call the Centerville 3. I'll keep the Springboro.
You got it. And Crozier with the ball here. Back to Faux Label.
Bull Label looking to get some separation from Velasco.
The throw was
throws
intended
away.
for Rhines, but Nations was there to corral it in. Now Nations. Oh, nice pass.
What a pass down low to Wells. Or no, that was Rhines. And just like that, it's just a 1 point lead now for the Panthers. Smith was stumbling across the court there.
Smith
Reach
being
in by-
tightly guarded by Crozier. Ball kicked inside. Double dribble is going to be the call, and possession's going to go back into Springboro's way, and Hobbs is going to check back in for the Panthers.
She's going to check in for Pole Label. And now, if you're Springboro, you've got your quote-unquote big 3 with Hobbs, Nation, and Crozier on the court. And really, this is the strongest starting 5 that I would say this starting 5 right now on the court for the Panthers is the strongest in G-Walk.
Now
Nation
Smith
can't
bringing the ball
get
up.
under the
George for 3. Bang! Knocks it down. And that's going to give Centerville a lead, a 2-point lead. And
Hobbs drive up off the
almost
glass.
connects. Smith bringing the ball up fast, scanning the court for her teammates. Kicks it
Kick
to
over
George. George for
George.
3 again. Bang! Another one for George as that connects for back-to-back 3s.
George back-to-back 3s for the Elks, and piling it on the Panthers here. A 5-point lead. Kick out Rhines.
Rhines
Wells
is
going
going
to
to
drive. Now Rhines just inside the 3-point line. Shot's no
short.
good.
And there's going to be a foul called. It's got a little bit too aggressive there.
It's going to be on number 21.
Springboro number 21, Peyton Wells. Her first, team 4.
It's Wells' first, team's fourth of the half. And right now, Centerville has hit their last 2 threes and has stretched it out to a 5-point game.
Velasco calling out a play from her coach. Just kicks it to Smith.
Down low, out to
Velasco. Bang! Back to back to back. Trifectas are all over the place as the Elks are now Hobbs pulling up.
Trailing 3. Can't get it to fall.
See, Jared, I'm getting all the love from the bangs.
Yeah, there you go. You go ahead.
Now Velasco to Smith. George thought about the 3. I mean, why not take it? You're on fire right now.
Yeah, she's hit the last 2.
Velasco back to Smith. Smith back to Velasco. Velasco for 3. Ah, no good.
That might have looked like it been tipped by Hobbs.
Almost, but Centerville's retains possession. Back to George. George, a little floater. It's good. And the Elks have stretched their lead to now 10 points.
This is an 11-0
George,
run.
George has 13 points. I think she's the leading scorer for the Elks. Now the Panthers. Panthers really got to do something here to get some momentum back, and they're gonna foul.
Springboro's gonna call
timeout.
Timeout. And Centerville on a quick 11-0 run in the last 5 possessions for the Elks.
And that's gonna be a full timeout for Springboro.
Definitely got to talk about something. You find yourself down 10 with a minute and a half here left to go in the first half. I'm surprised we didn't hear Tom Benjamin a little bit more animated there on the sidelines. As you see, we're going to look at the Springboro huddle.
I mean, you can't really get mad at your team when that's just good basketball and good pure talent and good shots that are going in.
And those 3 threes that Centerville hit, those were not just right around the arc. Those were a step or 2 back.
All right, and it's going to be Springboro's ball coming out of this timeout. They're down 10, trying to maintain some possession.
Wells gets the inbound. She's got to get away from the half-court line, and she is fouled by, I believe that is number 5 Smith? Yes, it is. That'll be her first, team 6th.
Elks are 1 foul away to be in the bonus, and that's going to be
an offensive foul on Wells.
Hey man, Springboro is just imploding right now. Velasco's going to inbound it to Smith. Smith's going to bring the ball up with 1:30 left in the second quarter. Back to Velasco. Velasco's trying to guide people to get out of her way. Drives in, kicks to Smith.
Over to George.
Back to Smith.
Cross court to George.
Good defense there by Hobbs.
That was great closing speed by Hobbs. Velasco's going to drive in, kicks it out.
Tipped. Back to Velasco. Velasco drives, jump stop, looking like Derrick Rose. Gets it in.
Velasco has 8 points in the game now. Kick out Hobbs. She's going to drive in. Up off the glass, no good. Loose ball picked up by Centerville.
And Velasco, she's got the whole court to herself. She's going to take it all the way.
Take it.
And gets blocked. And now up court to Hobbs. Just don't foul. And that's exactly
And she's going to go to the line for the and one.
What a finish.
Smith, that'll be her second, team 7th.
And maybe that will go into the half. That'll spark some energy into this team and really want to get a pump up. And Hobbs is going to try to convert and one here. And she does not.
Get it to fall.
Velasco.
30 seconds left, a 10-point lead for the Elks. So we approach halftime here. Screen from Taylor.
George with the ball. Back to Velasco. Velasco thinking of the three. 10 seconds left. Now 5.
Go drive.
Another hop step. Oh my goodness, that ball spun right out.
That one hung on the rim for a while.
Velasco's doing a really good job there of doing that jump stop. Really does remind me of Derrick Rose. Just no injury.
Velasco at the line. First one is up and good.
Velasco could have converted there on that and one. It really would have given.
Yeah,
Elks.
that ball, I mean, it just spun around 2 or 3 times and just the revelation took it off. Second one is up and good for Velasco. Makes it a 12-point game, 3.7 seconds left.
And Velasco has 10 points. Let's see if Springboro can convert. Inbounds
Hobbs
it.
has it at half court. Pulls up, 3 at the buzzer. Will count at the buzzer.
And what a way to end the half.
Cuts it to a single possession game.
You didn't call out bang there.
I didn't have to. That was enough excitement off the shot itself from about 3/4 out from the 3-point line. But Centerville leading by 9, 28-19 in the half.
You can access MVCC from your Roku. Looking at the home page, select the Add Channels option. This will take you to the Roku channel store where you can find the Search Channel option on the left side of the screen. Enter in the word Screenweave and the Cablecast icon will pop up. This is a free channel, and it is where you will find different PEG access programming, including MVCCs. Once you add the channel, you can find it on your home screen with all of your other favorites. Inside Screenweave, you will find the Miami Valley Communications Council, among other access channels. Browse through pre-recorded council meetings or check out what is happening in any of our 4 MVCC channel streams.
All right, welcome back here to Centerville High School. Getting ready to start the second half of our MVCC Varsity Women's Game of the Week. Centerville currently holds a 9-point lead, 28-19 over the Springboro Panthers. And really, Centerville stretched out that lead after 3 made threes by the Elks after they were 2 for 12 in the first quarter.
Velasco is going to bring the ball up. Smith at the top of the key.
Ballard looking at someone to pass it off to. Ball poked away.
I don't know how they're going to call that a foul. That's just defense right there.
Nation's just going for the ball. Oh, they're going to call Ballard for a hold, it looks like.
I was about to say, you can't really call that a foul. That's just defense. And now Wells is going to bring the ball up for the Panthers here.
Wells kicks it to Rhines. Velasco went for the steal.
Pass.
Velasco up off the glasses, up and good.
That's not a way you want to start a half. And you see Hobbs starting for the Panthers to start this half off. Nation's back to Hobbs.
Hobbs drives in, pulls up off the glass, and that one's up and good. Hobbs has 9 as she had that emphatic 3 at the end of the first half, right before the buzzer.
Smith to George. George back to Smith.
Cross court to Taylor. Her 3 is up and no good. Nation with the rebound. Up court to Hobbs. She can't save it and almost went into that railing. Might have missed a few more games if she would have made contact with that. That'd be concussion waiting to happen.
Well, if you're Patrick Mahomes, you'd return in 3 days. And Velasco back to Smith.
Well, that's because this
Screen by
Sunday's
Taylor.
his biggest game of his career. He can't hold anything back. Still find a way to work the water boy into any conversation that we have. Smith guarded by Hobbs. Excellent defense by the Panthers here so far this possession. Kick out to Velasco.
Velasco back to Smith. Smith's 3-pointer is good.
You let us down, Luke. Kick over
Hobbs.
Crozier. You'll just have to come back twice as hard next time.
I will. And that's a 2.
Shot is good. Crozier and Benjamin's going to call a timeout.
Springboro. 30-second timeout.
Yep, sorry I let you down. I'll come back. I'll get make it more emphatic.
30-second timeout called by the Panthers.
I got to give the
10-point lead, though.
got to give the fans what they want. But what do you think? What do you think Springboro talked about in the halftime? What they needed to correct on?
They definitely have to work and limit the turnovers. They didn't have a lot, but when they turned it over in that run that Centerville stretched their lead out, they turned it over 5 times in that 11-0 run by the Elks.
Right.
But other than that, they just got to get back and play defense and get a couple stops. And really, they're a few shots away from being back into this game. Only 10 points, definitely doable, as we're just about 2 minutes into the third quarter.
Smith's going to bring the ball up for the Elks. She's at the top of the key, forming up the play. Back to Velasco. Velasco, Ballard, Smith, George for 3.
What a whip around by the Elks.
Bang! It's good. George, I think that's her third 3 or fourth 3 of the game.
Yes, that is her third 3. 16 in the game for Kendall George. Hobbs drives behind the back dribble, out past to Crozier. Crozier to Nation. She's going to drive. Corner 3, up, no good for the
Velasco
Panthers.
with the rebound. Velasco to George. George from downtown. It's good. Bang! Kendall George has got that 3-point strap right now, letting it fly.
4 for 5 for George from behind the arc. Nation going to drive, pass off Crozier. Crozier's 3 on the way. That was blocked by Ballard. It's going to stay with the Elks, though, or Panthers.
Hobbs is going to inbound the ball for the Panthers here. Inbounds it to Nations. Nations back to Hobbs. Hobbs drives. Hobbs has an easy layup.
That gives Hobbs 11.
Smith bringing the ball
But
up.
those back-to-back threes by George.
Oh, George is open again. Oh, she's
She's
thinking
going to
about it.
drive baseline.
Oh, that ball got tipped. Wow. It looked like the way it came off her finger right there looked like it got tipped.
I think George was anticipating Velasco to be where she just left. I've seen Centerville do that for years with these two.
Now Crozier.
Wells kicks over to Hobbs. And this is where if you're Springboro, you got to score. Kick out. Rhines 3 on the way. Gets it to fall. I don't need to do the bang. I'll make up my own call.
Now Smith.
We'll leave the bangs for you.
All right. George.
She hesitated on that one.
Nations is giving her space. And I mean, there's a saying, your hands down, man's down. You pull it up in her face. Smith's trying to create some separation, yeah.
Now Velasco.
Velasco looking for an opportunity. Oh,
She's
she got it.
Drive, kicks it out. Ballard shot.
Great
up
pass,
and good.
great shot, it's great basketball there.
Ballard has 4 points.
And Hobbs pulling up.
Hobbs can't
No
hit
good.
the 3-pointer.
Rebounded by Taylor. Velasco, nice pass to Smith, but blocked. Wow, foul's gonna be called. That's a lot of calls now where it looks like it's a blocked shot, but the refs are calling it a foul.
That's 2 on Peyton Nation.
That's gonna send Smith to the line for 2.
She comes in the game shooting 40% from the free throw line. 2 shots coming.
As it is going pitch quiet.
Free throw rims out.
First.
Centerville as a team comes in shooting 66 from the free throw line.
And let's see if Smith can just cash in on one of the opportunities here.
Free throws up
And
and
she does.
good. You're going to see Grimm checked into the game for Kenzie Smith.
Hobbs is going to bring the ball up for the Panthers. Kicks it to Wells.
Downing. Down low to Nation. Nation drives in. Kicks out Crozier. 3 on the way is up. And can't hit it to fall. A foul's going to be called on number 14, Molly Scott, as she knocked down Peyton Nation.
First second, team second.
Ball's going to be inbounded by Hobbs.
Downing gets the inbound, gets it to Crozier. Hobbs trying to get through the screen. Down low to Downing. A jump ball that's going to be in favor of Springboro, so it's going to stay with the Panthers. Inbound pass goes to Nation. Fakes the handoff to Hobbs. Nation shot is up and counted.
You see that Springboro bench getting electrifying, trying to spark some energy into this squad. And that's going to send Nations to the free throw line to convert here for one.
Nation completes the three-point play. As we approach 3 minutes left here in the third quarter, Springboro trying to claw themselves back into this game after being down 17 at one point.
Was the pun intended there on the claw?
Not at all. It was all intended.
Velasco at the top of the key. Crossover, drives. Man,
I'm surprised they didn't call her for a travel there.
Really is reminding me of just a young D Rose on the move she's making.
Nation thought about the three. He's going to drive in and has it stolen away. George pushing it up court. Gives it to Velasco.
George just wanting the ball back there. Taylor kicks it in.
Down low to Scott, and that one was overshot, and it's going to go back to the Panthers. A three here will make it a 10-point game.
Ball being brought up by Crozier. Crozier picked up her dribble.
Better watch that. Kicks it down low to Wells. Wells back out to Nation. She's going to give it to Hobbs. Hobbs going to drive into the paint. Kick out. Three by Downing is up. No good. Now Springboro's getting into that part of the game where they're forcing threes when they don't need to.
George from way downtown. Rebounded.
Offensive rebound, and the putback is no good. Defensive board for Downing. Up court to Wells. Wells gets the putback. That's her first points of the game. Velasco's going to drive.
Got an easy bucket. Velasco's just taking over.
16 points in the game for Velasco.
And that's what you expect out of your senior guard.
That's two drives where Velasco almost travels. Crozier guarded heavily by Velasco. Down low to Nation. She's going to drive, kicks it out, and just a little bit too high for Downing.
Both teams are going to take out 2 to 3 players. Ball is going to be brought up by Velasco. Let's see if she can drive and get an easy layup again.
She has the last 2 possessions. Here's another one.
And wow, man, that Euro right there. First looking like D Rose, now looking like James Harden.
Nation's going to drive in. I do not know what the ref said, but Nation gets the inbound pass. She's going to launch a three, and it's nothing but net. Nation has 10 in the game.
And there's about 45 seconds left in the third quarter as Velasco brings the ball up. She's really just taken over this offense the past 5 possessions, actually. She scored most of the Elks' points.
On easy layups, too.
Yeah.
And this is a mismatch. You got Velasco being guarded by the taller Downing. Downing is, I mean, you got to trade that. I mean, you got to switch off. You got to put senior on senior for that. Downing's just not ready for that as Velasco dribbles around her. Shot is up and good.
Velasco is just nice teardrop there.
20 points for the senior.
Now
Nation kicks it out to Rhines. Rhines is going to drive. Gets the bucket to fall. And Velasco doesn't get a shot off. And that's how the third quarter ends. Centerville leading 50-38.
You can access MVCC from your Roku. Looking at the home page, select the Add Channels option. This will take you to the Roku channel store where you can find the Search Channel option on the left side of the screen. Enter in the word Screenweave and the Cablecast icon will pop up. This is a free channel, and it is where you will find different PEG access programming, including MVCCs. Once you add the channel, you can find it on your home screen with all of your other favorites. Inside Screenweave, you will find the Miami Valley Communications Council, among other access channels. Browse through pre-recorded council meetings or check out what is happening in any of our 4 MVCC channel streams.
All right, here we go. Centerville, the 12-point lead as we start the fourth and final quarter in our MVCC Varsity Women's Game of the Week. Velasco bringing it up court for the Elks. Smith, back to Velasco. Cross court.
And I bet Springboro probably was trying to tell their defense that they really need to control Velasco. So they're pretty much letting her walk into the paint for these easy layups. As she drives again, kicks out.
3 on the way by Grimm. Hits the front of the Iron Nation. She covered a lot of court for that one.
Hobbs now drives. Can't convert for the end
line
one.
For 2 though.
And there's still a lot of game left. It's a 12-point lead for Centerville. This game is not over.
Hobbs could make these, makes it a 10-point game.
Hobbs rims out on the first. Hobbs makes the second.
Gets the second to roll. An 11-point game. Hobbs has 12 in the affair.
Velasco getting a screen from Taylor. Velasco kicks out Grimm. Grimm's three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Nations. Nations is on the floor. Everyone's on the floor, and we're going to get a jump ball.
Jump ball gives it to the Panthers. And if you're Springboro, those first 2 possessions for Centerville this quarter, you got to consider those wins on the defensive end. They're just lazy threes that they're putting up.
Yeah.
If you can answer back and score with it, you're definitely back into this game.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Nation over to Pole Label. Pole Label gives it back to Nation. Nation's behind the back dribble, and she turns it over. Velasco up court to Ballard, up off the glass is good.
Right above outstretched arms.
Hobbs dribbles back. Cross court to Pole Label. Pole Label gives it to Downing. Downing's 3 is up and can't hit it to fall.
And that's just not a shot you really are looking for right there.
No, not yet. Still 6.5 minutes left. You can still work this lead down. But you got to stop Velasco. And that's just too easy for the senior. 22 now she has in the game.
Velasco's just so nice with it.
Hobbs
she gets in the paint and gets
spin move into
separation.
the paint. Shots up and good.
But Hobbs answers back. She's got 14 in her first game back in 6 games. And Smith's going to pull up for 3. That's good.
Luke, you left us hanging on it again. Timeout called by Centerville.
And that three-pointer hurt, as that gives the Elks a 16-point lead with about 6 minutes. And that's got to be a full timeout by Centerville.
And a 16-point lead.
And Springboro just cannot.
They can't stop it. And when they finally get a way to stop Velasco, she just kicks it out for a 3.
And it's like a 3-headed monster almost. You cut off one head and another one grows right back. You think you got them beat, but then they just come back with another. But, I mean, if Springboro can just get these stops and convert.
But, yeah, they're not converting. They had 2 chances at the beginning of this quarter and turned it over twice. So Springboro not having an answer, got to find something to come back with this from this 16-point deficit. Neither team in foul trouble. Really, 4 for Centerville, 1 for Springboro. It's going to be Panther ball.
Hobbs is going to bring the ball up. Centerville has a 16-point lead.
Kicks it over to Wells. Wells up top to Crozier. Gives it to Gildia. And a travel by Centerville.
And Springboro is going to retain possession.
That's huge for the Panthers.
As they need some points.
They got to score on this possession.
Tough
Hobbs
shot.
Can't get it up off the glass, and it looked like she was going for all contact there. Ballard pushing it up the court, and they're going to tag Hobbs for the foul. As looks like Ballard stopped and Hobbs ran right over her.
Taylor's going to inbound the ball to Velasco. Got George wide open in the corner and missed her. Velasco.
What the separation. Drive.
And Velasco, she just finds ways to create separation and get away to the paint, whether it be a foul, whether it be making a basket. Just a great senior guard. Something that you expect from one of your senior guards to take and be a leader for your team.
Bowling Green's getting a heck of a player next year out of Velasco. Makes it a 17-point game. Just under 5.5 minutes left to go. And that one rims out. A rare miss from the free throw line for Velasco. Nation pushes the ball up the court. Kicks it over to Crozier. Crozier with some hesitation gets it to Hobbs. And they're going to tag Velasco with the foul. That'll be her third. That'll be her third, team's fifth. Inbound to Crozier. She's going to give it to Nation. And that one's going to be a reach-in foul on Megan Taylor. And she just tomahawked her arm through there. Inbound to Nation now. Kicks it over to Hobbs. Back up top to Crozier. Down low to Nation. Nation up off the glass and one.
That's going to cut Centerville's lead down to 15.
The basket is good from the Panthers, number 14, Peyton Nation, and she goes to the free throw line.
Completes the three-point play, but what's bigger for Springboro is that they are shooting foul shots each time the whistle blows now. Over to Velasco. Velasco got Hobbs. Separation. Hobbs skipped through the paint and count it.
Velasco is just, wow. She loves to go with that hop step move, doesn't she? This works out for her.
Basket is good for the Elks, number 3, Velasco, and she goes to the line.
Velasco looking to convert here from the... And she does not.
She's missed her last 2 free throw attempts. Hobbs up court quickly to Wells. Kicks it back to Hobbs. She's going to drive into the paint. And she travels. And with how Springboro's played down the stretch, not just in tonight's game, but the last handful, they're losing a lot of momentum for the playoffs. As that one's going to go back to the Panthers, but Springboro finished sitting at 14-6. They drew the 4 seed, but they can't overlook their opponent in Northmont, because Northmont I mean, they could catch us. They could catch them sleeping. And Springboro's just not playing like they have been all year. And that's going to be 4 on Velasco.
Centerville number 3, Velasco. First forward, team 8. At the line for the Panthers, number 10, Jordan Hobbs.
Hobbs makes her first. It's going to cut the lead down to 15.
They're not taking Velasco out. If you're Springboro on the next offensive possession, even if you take a charge, I'm attacking Velasco.
Yeah.
Get her out of the game.
I mean, she's the reason why this lead is so high right now.
Springboro goes for the steal, can't get it.
George. Back to Smith. Smith to
Smith
Velasco.
has 3 fouls too, so another one in close foul trouble for that one's tipped. Velasco splits the 2 defenders. What a pass down low to Ballard.
I mean, Velasco just has it all. Great finisher. Great way to separation.
Wells.
Great court vision.
You saw Rhines tried to just kick that ball away down low, up off the glass, can't get it to fall. And I think Velasco came away down with that rebound.
And she might be close to a triple-double.
Now she's going to dribble out, doesn't take the screen, kicks out George, 3.
No good. Rebounded by Taylor. Taylor
What
back
a
to
pass.
Velasco. Velasco for 3. It's bang! It's good.
You call that a bang or a roll?
I'm giving it a bang.
Velasco, 28 points in the game. Kick out, Rhines 3. Can't answer back with one of her own. Rhines again, can't get it to fall. 2 times, that was halfway down and it rims out.
Now Smith
Down
to
low.
Ballard.
What a pass down low to Ballard, and that'll give her 10 points in the game.
Now Springboro's going to be calling a timeout. What a game for Velasco.
28 points, and we've still got 2.5 minutes left. I don't want to give it out too soon, but just in case they pull her because of the huge lead, our player of the game's going to be number 3, Amy Velasco.
I couldn't agree more. Miles Bridges from LaMelo.
Yeah. Going to be Panther ball out of the Springboro timeout. Hobbs with it on the inbound, kicks it over to Rhines. Crozier launches a 3, can't get it to fall. Velasco drives, kicks it over to George, now to Taylor. Or no, that was actually Watercutter. Velasco drives, floater,
Rare miss.
can't get it to fall. That would have given her 30 points. Nation back in transition quickly, and she is fouled.
Centerville number 5, Kenzie Smith.
That foul's on number 5, Kenzie Smith, her 4th. So 2 players for Centerville with 4 fouls.
Number 14, Peyton Nation.
Another one rimmed out.
And that's just how Springboro's second half has gone. They've gotten shots off, and they just rim out. Gets the second one to fall. Velasco's going to bring the ball up the court. 2 minutes left in the ball game. She's going to be guarded by Wells. Kicks it over to Smith. almost turned over. Watercutter wasn't paying attention. Back up top, Velasco, George. Smith. Back to Velasco. Velasco's going to drive in, kick out Watercutter. A minute 20 left now in the game. Kick out Watercutter's three is up.
Bang, it's good.
That one didn't even move the net as Watercutter's first bucket, and Watercutter goes for the steal.
Now it looks like Centerville's going to bring in their bench.
It's going to be a curtain call for both starting five.
What a great basketball game for the Centerville Elks. Great
Centerville
complete game.
Started out horrid from the three-point line, 2 for 12 in the first quarter, but piled it on when they needed to. And they're going to avenge the 6-point loss down in Springboro earlier this year, and they're going to win this one by 23 as it stands right now. But what a bounce-back win for Centerville. The rest of their season,
Isn't it tournament play?
They play Wayne Saturday here. They beat Wayne last weekend, 66-64 at Wayne. So Wayne's definitely going to want to take some revenge back. But those two, well, actually these three, Springboro, Wayne, and Centerville tied for the regular season GWalk title, and those are your top three seeds in the tournament. Centerville will play Stebbins on the 13th at noon at Butler, and Springboro will play Northmont at 5 o'clock, I think, in Troy next weekend. You see Watercutter is guarded by Forland. And I think Centerville is content with just dribbling this out. Beat Morgan Meek, the JV star who had 25 in their game earlier. She's out there still playing defense. She wants to get on the varsity stat sheet. And Centerville's just going to dribble this one out. 17 seconds left and counting. 7 seconds left now. And they're just going to surrender, and that is going to do it for the MVCC Varsity Women's Game of the Week. Centerville wins it 70-48 in a dominant second half by Velasco and George. Velasco's your player of the game with 28 points, at least 12 rebounds, and we're going to say she was probably close to a triple-double with assists. But signing off for the rest of Miami Valley Communications crew, Jared Bergstrom, Lucas Smith. We'll see you Friday as Fairmont Firebirds boys will take on Centerville Elks boys here. Senior night